but I don't know. It was in the video said something like, "Oh, he's done this before."
In the news, it did say that Neil lied about his report, and you see the video camera that like the person who was getting hit didn't try to hit the police officer, and you can clearly see on the video, which like it's crazy to see that like police try to get away with what they've done, you know, like since as a child, like I was always afraid of polices, and there's a reason why. Like because like they can like be so aggressive, and they have the power to do that. And it's messed up.
And you feel like you can't do anything because they're the law, and you're supposed to respect them, but in a lot of situations they shouldn't be respected. And when I saw the video, I feel like it escalated when Neil was using a bad word to the Latino. Like I felt like that tone of voice was kind of rude, and I feel like that kind of like build up the situation to like just like going what it went down. And I feel like first of all, there should be respect between Latinos and the polices. Like polices should respect them, and even if they have the authority, they should at least like talk more respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if in their training, like I don't know how training is for police officers, but like I'm pretty sure they show them like you have to be respectful to anyone, no matter what color they are, what race they are. You shouldn't be saying words to them. If they say something back to you, you should be calm about it and make sure you don't have aggression in you, because then it can escalate. And in this situation, he should have just not said anything. And if Mateo was talking back to him and saying like, oh, like F you and stuff, but if he was saying that, he shouldn't have gotten mad. He should have told him to calm down. But like he was not trying to lay hands on him in any way, but the officers just took it to another level.
And like the police is like, they're always like, I think they're kind of like trained to like expect the unexpected in it, and they probably, quote unquote, like I'm not saying like, but this is just an idea of what might have went down. But they could have thought like he was gonna get something out of his hand, like from his pockets, right? Because he was reaching out for his, I think, ID, and they probably thought something else, right? But if that were to happen, like, I don't know, like, it's just like they are trained to be aggressive if something happens, right? But like for the people who are being talking to the police, like they're not trained. I don't know, like they're like, the polices are like what you said, right? Like the people are supposed to learn how to like be calm when the polices come, but the polices, like they're not calm when someone's like standing up, which is crazy to me, because it should be both ways. I don't know. It's just
no. I get what you're saying. I agree with that. Like
yeah.
It's their job. Like, you know, your job, you have to be respectful at your job. You have to be like calm about things. If there's like a customer or something like being mad, you have to be calm about it. It should be the same with even like the law. Anything related to the law should be like that. But then like it's just frustrating that it happens over and over, and then you have these protests, and then like nothing. All that is probably done is, oh, they get fired, they get sued. But then other officers, it just happens again. And it's just a cycle. You go from it happens, protests, suing, it's done, forgets about it, it happens again. And then people do it again.
And I think it's really crazy how police have like guns with them. Like, and people don't even have that. Like you know, the majority of people don't even have like a gun with them. So like you can tell like there's like a big authority that polices have. And it's scary. At least for me, it's very scary to see like polices taking advantage of this authority. And we've had like some comments from like the audience saying like, if you were to see the video, like think about if that was your father, right? And I feel like that kind of like I don't know. It's like if it's hard for you to like think of the person who is attacked and like in her perspective, just think of it as your father, like or cousin or uncle, if you know you're not close to your father, but you can see that like it hits different. Instead of like defending the polices and stuff like that, like think in a different perspective. And I'm thinking of both perspectives, but like it's still disturbing to see the video and seeing how like the polices went like over aggressive when they didn't need to. They were just like drinking in the streets.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, but.
Yeah, I feel like she shouldn't have even... I wonder if there was a call about them.
What do you mean?
Like, if someone called in saying, oh...
if they were disturbing.
Yeah, if they're disturbing, or she just saw them and went up to them. Mm-hmm. I actually don't know about that. But either way, they were just sitting there. They weren't running on the streets. They weren't harassing anyone. They were just talking to each other and drinking. That doesn't seem like they were breaking really any laws, even though like you're not supposed to be drinking out in public, but they weren't like doing harm to anyone or themselves. So if anything, she could have been like, okay,
more respect or a heads up, you know what I'm saying?
She should have been like, heads up, you can't drink out in the public, like you gotta go home or just go to a private area. And then she should have just been like, just go, and then they would have been like, okay, and they would have gone up. Like, I don't know why she even asked them for their IDs. Like, that made no sense.
Well, yeah, I think it could have went a different way, but it didn't. And yeah, it's just crazy. But go ahead.
I wanted to mention another comment we had was encouraging youth to create a police oversight committee. And what an oversight committee does is they basically will be able to look over the police department, and when there is an investigation, they will be a part of it and determine the actions that need to be taken. And they will basically be able to say like, the police department needs more training, and like just like it goes into a lot of things. So whoever's on the committee has to really be a part of it and want to be part of the committee, because it requires a lot. You have to look over all the investigations, make sure that everything was like, you know, right and stuff. So we should do that. It can be youth led, it can be youth and like adult led, whichever. But if any of you guys, I know there's an oversight committee happening with the sheriff's department. I don't know too much information about it, but I know that's happening, but it's not related to SRPD. So we could also, as a community, start an SRPD one, and I think that might be needed for now on, and make sure it takes a while for that to happen, though, to get it approved and stuff. But I think that should definitely be an option for anyone who wants to be involved in that.
Yeah, and if you've seen the case, if you've seen the video, and you want to write on the comments in Facebook or YouTube about like what you want to see youth, what you want youth to do about this, or what you want to see happening, to you know, fix what's been going on with the police brutality, like what they want to do to stop this. And yeah, we encourage you guys to write your thoughts on the comments. We're not here to say what's the correct way of like what is supposed to happen. It's just like, we just invite you to brainstorm or whatever, because like we are learning through this process. And yeah, we just hope to find like a good way to have solutions for what's been going on in this world. And it's just crazy how, you know, like there's definitely needs to be a movement about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
What would you like to see happen?
Honestly, it's kind of hard. I don't know. I feel like they definitely need training. The polices that went through that, who were involved in that case. what I thought was really disturbing was like the pictures taken from. Is his name Mateo, the one who was hit?
They didn't say his full name. He wanted to go, but they just named him by
Mateo. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that was really disturbing how they took pictures of it, and I think they were like for evidence or something like that, but like
they don't know. And then they said that maybe he kept them for like trophies.
Which is really disturbing. So like I don't know. I feel like there should be an investigation on like all the stuff that the police is doing and why they're doing that. Yeah, because that looks a little sketchy. Just taking pictures. Like I don't even know if that's like a work phone or a personal phone. So
it looked like more of a personal phone. Work phones look different.
Which is a little sus.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything else you want to talk about this situation?
No, I just really hope they just get fired and like they don't get a job. They don't get a job. They work at like I don't know.
What I do want to see is an apology from the two polices.
Yes.
And I guess I don't know about firing. I
don't. This is in my head. Like
what?
Like how does she's Latina, and she does this to a Latino man. And then thinking about it, like, does she not think, like, oh, this could be my uncle? Like, an officer can literally be doing this to my uncle. Yeah.
Like, she might be whitewashed or something. Like,
I'm like,
I don't know.
What was going through her mind? What made her think, like, oh, I'm gonna, because it looked in the video that she grabbed him and then the nail, I don't even know. He came on and then, like, was basically, like, trying to help her and then knocked him down. And it looked like she was the one who grabbed him first. But, like, in her head, why would she think, like, oh, this is okay. Like, I should grab him. Like, he wasn't doing anything wrong. I don't know. It's just, like, it's like you're a woman of color. You should understand the struggle that people of color face, especially with police officers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's just... Okay, when I say whitewash, I mean like whiteness. Like
she was raised in a white community.
I'm like whiteness, like thinking overpowered. Like I don't know how she is like with the perspective, but like it seemed like she felt like she was above from Latinos.
Yeah.
But like we're all the same. Like I can't. But it's just. I don't know. It's crazy to think about that. And I had something else, but I totally forgot. It just went through my mind. But yes, I also want to hear about their perspective. Like, especially her, who's Latina. Like, I want to hear her perspective. Like, why did she do that?
And I wonder what happened to the other guys. Like, the two guys that were there. There's two other ones.
There was a whole group of polices.
No. The people who were drinking. There's two other guys. I don't know if they also got like a citation for something. I'm pretty sure it got dropped if they did. But I wonder what happens to them. But them experiencing that and like witnessing that and being like, oh, I can't even help my friend because then that's gonna happen to me.
Yeah,
like, I feel like that's really scary. I hope they're okay as well.
Yeah. What I hope from the three people who were like in that case, Mateo being one of them, is like you know receiving their money and if they sue and if they don't have papers to get papers, because honestly, papers is just a word. It's a whole different like conversation.
Much.
I don't know how to say it, but. I don't know. It's just all these names and titles are just. It's not like it shouldn't be existing because like we're all humans at the end of the day. We're all gonna die one day. Like why are they making it such a big deal of these titles and stuff like that? It's just kind of I don't know, sucks.
Yeah.
But moving on, we're gonna start talking about our back to school.
Yeah.
Which we can start by doing an icebreaker question so we can just transition from this hard topic. But to start, Kimberly, do you listen to music while doing homework or studying?
Yes and no. I would say no, because at times I like really just want to get my homework done quickly, or like if I'm studying like quickly, and then I just don't listen to music. I have my phone next to me, but I just don't go on it. Maybe go on it like every like 15 minutes just to like look for like a minute or so. And then I get off of it. But then I do listen to music. It just depends on my homework. Cause some homework, it's like if I'm not like have to read through it or anything, and I'm just like writing something, then I just listen to music because it doesn't like mess with me or anything. Do you?
I would say the same. Yesterday I was doing some homework and I was listening to upbeat music, but it really distracted me from my homework, so it's kind of hard to like finish it faster. It was like 3 hours of doing one assignment when it could have been like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's just
me.
It happens like that. So like what I usually do when I know like I need to do my homework is I go to the library and I just do my homework where it's very silent, and it just helps me like concentrate on my thoughts, and I don't know, it's very helpful. But I do listen to any like upbeat music if I need to like, if I'm like really tired, you know, if I'm falling asleep, like I need something to wake me up to like continue doing my homework. But yeah, that's what I would do. And I feel like just do something that works for you, and make sure you're treating yourself when you're doing your homework. And this can be by getting a glass of water or listening to your favorite song and then going back to your work. I know that can be hard, but
I feel like when you said listening to like your favorite song for me, I would just keep listening to my song.
Yeah, I know. It would be hard, but like if you can control yourself, then go ahead and listen to your favorite song. But if not, then getting a glass of water or like taking a break. I personally find it very hard to like go to my phone and then go back to like homework, because like I would like TikTok is like very like I don't know, it's like 5 seconds of each video, and you just keep scrolling and you can't even tell the time that's passing by.
For me, I honestly don't even use TikTok. I like only at night, if I do, I'm on it for like a little bit and then I get off of it.
Yeah, I don't know, it's hard for me. But yeah, I would say just do what's best for you to like get a break from schoolwork, and then going back to it if you need to. But now we can talk about some summer reflections. You know, the good thing about this educational system is that, you know, after doing homework and learning for a whole school year, we're able to have a summer break. And summer is quite different for everybody. There's people who stay with their family, hang out with them, people who go and work a summer job, or people who travel. And I know like other people do some interesting stuff over the summer. So it's cool, whatever all you guys are doing. But today we have Kimberly, who will tell us about how her summer went after finishing high school at age 16.
Well, what? My summer was like amazing. Like the end of the summer, the beginning was kind of boring, but the end of the summer was amazing. Well, because I wanted to bring up a program that I did during the summer that I think all of you guys should apply for or look into. The program is called Summer Search. They are a U.S.-wide organization who takes kids on summer trips to other countries, colleges, and or state trips. With Summer Search this year, I went on a sea kayaking and backpacking trip with ETC, and which is a partnership that Summer Search has. So they're partnered with a bunch of different organizations, including ETC, and ETC and Summer Search took basically a group of kids, and I was part of those group of kids, and we went sea kayaking and backpacking. We went to all around Tomales Bay for sea kayaking, and then we went backpacking in Tahoe, and it was like the best experience. Like I just applied for it, and we can link the application for it. I don't think they're due till December or November, but I'd say try to get it done as soon as you can, because they also have limited spots. So last year they had a lot of empty spots, but this year it might go up since like COVID's going down. It just depends on COVID and stuff, but I'd say definitely apply, because I met amazing people. Like, I know one of them lives in SR, so I already knew her, but all of them, like, you make such good bonds with each other, like with the other people who are on the trip, your leaders. You have like, we had 3 leaders. We had a youth leader and 2 adults, and it was like literally the best experience. It was like a vacation to me. It's not intended to be a vacation. It's supposed to like push you to like your limits stuff. Yeah, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah. And you had no phone, right? So you had to leave that.
Right. That's the one thing, you gotta leave your phone behind. They collect your phone.
Did you do backpacking?
Yeah, I did.
Like 50 pounds? Like,
yeah, I didn't know how much it was, but I literally carried 2 bear canisters. I was the only one who was carrying 2 bear canisters.
What's that? Like bear canister?
Because in Tahoe there's black bears, and if you're hiking, backpacking or anything, you have to have a bear canister, which is you keep all your smellies, which is basically like food hygiene stuff that smell, because bears are gonna want to try to get into it, and then the bear canister keeps it so they don't know how to open it. Is basically what it is. They don't know how to open it. And I was carrying 2 of those. I was the only one. And then you know what the crazy part is? Once we like finished our whole like 4-hour of hiking, this guy, he was like I didn't have a bear canister. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I was carrying 2. I was so mad. He's like, yeah. He's like, I forgot to say that I didn't have a bear canister. I'm like, wow. I was literally saying
carrying yours.
Yeah, I'm like, I was literally asking, like, does everyone have a bear canister? He didn't say anything.
Wow.
And so we were done, and I'm like, it's okay, leg gains, it's okay.
But yeah, that's really cool. To hear about your summer search. I also was invited to apply, and I applied. I actually was interviewed.
I know.
But I was too busy. I got too busy that I couldn't. So I dropped the program before. But it seems amazing. A good program. I would, if I wasn't that busy, I would have gone. But due to my circumstances, I decided to not continue with the summer search. But I've heard that like your next trip you go to like a different country, right?
I mean, I don't get to, because you have to, I forgot to mention, you have to be a sophomore in high school to apply.
Okay.
So, and once you're a sophomore, you get to go on 2 trips, like the first summer and then your junior trip. And then they do usually like senior, like a day trip. Like normally they take all the seniors to like Six Flags or something. So that's like your 3rd one kind of in a way. But yeah, they do that. And then I was also going to mention that they do mentorship. So you basically talk with someone every week. Like that's part of the deal. You talk with someone every week, and it's kind of like a therapist. Like my mentor is like a therapist. I just tell her everything.
Yeah.
And you just basically like talk to her, and then my mentor, she knows how to ask me questions. She like asks me questions. I'm like, stop. But I like it. And then also like once you're done with high school, they offer college support. You switch like mentors, something like that, and then you get college support. They teach you how to do like all college stuff, basically, like financial aid and all that, which we will get into.
That's really cool. But yeah, for my summer, I think I talked about this like a little bit in last, I don't know, 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Or yeah, with Paola, I've talked about like doing summer classes, and I was taking a business statistics class and my English requirement. And then I was working my 2 jobs. And so, yeah, I was just like doing that, and hanging out with friends when I have free time. And it was really fun going to the beach. I personally really love going inside the water. Even if it's cold, I will still go in. And it's really fun to, swim in the ocean. Although...
Wait, can you swim in the ocean?
Yeah.
Like, you can go deep in and swim?
Yeah.
What? Damn, I would get pulled.
Not, I wouldn't go if there was, like, strong currents, though, because that's dangerous.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no.
Because I've seen people do that. I'm like, how are you swimming?
No, yeah, I wouldn't. But I would swim if it's, like, chill, the water. And you can tell. You can literally tell if it's chill or not chill. But, yeah, that's a little bit of my summer. It was kind of different from my summer of senior year. It's crazy to think that I was a senior 2 years ago, I think. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it was fun.
How was your summer classes?
My summer classes?
Yeah.
I met a lot of new people, which was really fun. We bonded a lot, and it was funny because I was talking the most in the class, and so it was crazy to see how much people reached me out in Instagram and the private chat in Zoom, because it was online. And everyone was asking me questions about the schoolwork in the class, and it was so funny because they're like they knew me, which was weird because like I just like talked in the Zoom, and everyone had their cameras off, so like I didn't know them much, but they know me, and they knew about me.
You had your camera on?
I had my camera on most of the time. There was around the end of the class time, I like stopped because like no one else was doing it. So but yeah, it was crazy to see how I put myself out there, and it was really fun making friends. So yeah, I liked it. But yeah, it was difficult. I had to go to office hours a ton. But it just showed me that office hours is a really good tool. And yeah, I started going to office hours this semester already, and I already appreciate like going to office hours. What's up?
Sorry.
What happened?
I'll tell you after.
Okay. But now we're going to be playing a song, and meanwhile we play the song, I want you guys to, if you guys are brave enough, to write on the comments on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you guys are at, to comment about your summer, how was it, and if you liked it. But yeah, we'll be playing it soon. Maybe not, but we are going to be going back into our PSA since...
Wait, no song.
No song, I'm sorry, guys. But we hope...
to let you down.
False alarm. But we really hope you guys do write down your comments on your summer. We'll be looking at it, okay? We'll be looking at it.
We're still doing a PSA.
Yeah, but meanwhile, we wait for you guys. Do you want to say the PSA?
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to be doing like a quick PSA about everything. It's a quick PSA. I'm an intern with the Marin Office of Equity, and I wanted to share a little bit about what the office is doing. The Marin Office of Equity has a participatory budgeting project, which is also known as PB because it's a mouthful to say it. And PB is a citizen engagement process in which community members decide how to spend a portion of money and how can this money improve equity in Marin.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You're good.
That's evidence that I'm actually checking the comments. So go ahead.
Just checking, guys. Okay, the budget this year for the Marin Office of Equity is $2.5 million. A whole lot of money. And, well, the community members, get to decide how to spend this money. This gives real power to the community. It is a year-long process, and some examples of ideas are public safety, housing, education, training, jobs and business development, and more. But if you have your own idea on where you would like this money to go to, let us know. You can DM us on Instagram or Facebook, and we'd like to hear your ideas. Currently, the Marin Office of Equity does not have a social media platform with Instagram or anything, but you can DM Tay Radio, and I will get it to the office and have your ideas looked at. And if you want to continue with it, there's like a whole process to this that goes with proposals, but most of the time, all you have to do is just be on board, and we will get grant writers and nonprofits to work with you to make your idea come to life. And the more people know about your idea, the more likely it will be granted and funding will go into it. So if you, for example, with what's currently happening with SRPD, if you want more like defunding on the police for them to get better training, something like that, you can give us a little idea. It can be like a sentence long. It doesn't have to be that long. Just give us an idea, and we will put it more into thought, and we will definitely put it out to the community and tell them this is what someone proposed, and would you vote on this? And if you get a lot of votes, then it's more likely to get chosen. And there will be around 30 to 50 proposals chosen, and there is 50,000 to 250,000 put into each proposal. So you can do like a whole range of things, like whatever you would like this money to go into, and make sure that it is based. A lot of places that we want this money to go into is the Canal area, Marin City, and West Marin, because those are low funded communities, and we'd really like for those communities to improve and to like uprise. And that's my PSA.
No, but thank you for sharing that. I think it would be very cool to see youth be involved in this.
We need like a lot of youth involved as well.
Yeah, because like it would benefit you if you get involved in yourself. And
can I say like one more quick thing?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that if you're a youth member that also wants to be involved or be part of the committee, you can be involved and be part of the meetings. Per meeting, you receive $50 for participating in these meetings. So if you'd like to do that, you can also reach me out. You can also DM me on my Instagram, which is Kimberly Escobar with 3 R's. If you want to do that.
What a shout out.
Shout out. But yeah, if you want to do that instead, and I can get you on that, and you get $50 per meeting. The meetings are around like an hour and a half. So it's a good amount of money for that.
Is there any age restriction for that?
No, there's no age restriction, but we want more youth involved. One restriction, you have to be 14 years and older to submit an idea. That's the one thing.
Oh, okay.
But we want more youth involved. Yeah.
So if you guys want to like start like earning some money, $50 a meeting sounds pretty good.
I know, it's pretty good.
Yeah. But there's also one thing that I also wanted to mention in this PSA is that if you want to mention, if you want to file a complaint, about what happened to the case in SR about the police brutality, you can. It's at sprpd.org, and you can file a complaint. And there's the title of the page is Commendation and Complaints, and you can go over there if you want to file a complaint. So that's it for our PSA. We hope you guys do find anything of this informational and helpful for you guys. And we're still waiting to hear about you guys on the comments. But we hope you guys do.
Why are you guys lagging it?
We hope you guys do comment anything that we have talked about. And it'd be cool to hear about what your perspective on everything that we talked about so far. So now going back to school, talking about how we felt going back to school. When did you start school? Was it like 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. I was about to say a week ago. 2 weeks ago.
Mine too. Mine started 2 weeks ago. So it was, I don't know, sophomore year. I felt like it's like going, you know?
Oh, yeah, you're a sophomore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because like I can tell who's a freshman. And
That's so funny.
And when I was a freshman, I can tell who's a freshman too, which is so funny to me. Because like, you know, like I still use my Google Maps because the campus is big. Mm-hmm. And yeah, but I go to this big public school. It's called UC Berkeley, and I have to like go on my Google Maps and see where's Evan Halls or, you know, these big classes. And yeah, that's how I identify most of the freshmen, because like you can tell like they're using their maps or you know,
it's an actual map.
Google Maps. I use Google Maps to like,
because I thought they're like pulling out the map.
No,
because you said you can identify them because of a map.
Yeah, the Google Maps, like they hold their phones and they're walking. That's the same thing to me, but they usually show off their GBO landlord. I don't know how to.
What is a GBO?
It's Golden Bear Orientation. Oh. So I had it too. So it's like that's how you identify it's a freshman. But yeah, it's really cool to be a sophomore. But I do feel like the homework is piling up so quick. I just had a quiz yesterday, and we're barely on the second week. Oh, so
I have a quiz too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was it?
No, it's due by Thursday.
Next week?
We get to do it like on our own time, which is way better.
Oh, we had 10 minutes. It was an 8 a.m. class. And it was packed. But it's fun to see new people and to see your friends. So, yeah, I enjoy going back to school, but I also get nervous for some reason. Because it's everything is kind of new, so like new classes and stuff like that. So, yeah. How do you feel about the school system, though? Like, do you personally like having quizzes and, you know, I don't know, like, you know,
it's like
tests?
No, because also the high school I went to, they didn't really do quizzes. Like most classes, you didn't have any like quizzes or anything. But then it's like I like them, but I don't like them. They like, damn.
Yeah. No, it's kind of hard.
I like it. I like doing quizzes, but I don't like how pressured you feel when you are taking them or when the teacher says you have a quiz, you have a test. Because I feel like for some people you might feel like not prepared or like, oh, you're gonna like fail it because you're not smart enough. And that's how I always felt whenever I'd take quizzes. And I feel like it's a good thing, but I feel like the grade part of it shouldn't matter as much. Like, I feel like when I take it, I try to more take it as like, oh, it's learning. Like, I'm seeing where I'm at. I feel like that's what a quiz should be meant for, like where you are at. Because then the teacher can see and be like, oh, I need to improve in this section because a lot of people got this wrong.
Right.
Instead of it being more of like, oh, you got a bad grade, your grade's going down, you're failing everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like it depends on your perspective in school and how you take, how you think when you take a quiz or a test or a midterm.
I get so frustrated.
But yeah, I feel like, I don't know if I really hate about the school system. I love learning. But I really don't like when there's like a competitive environment because then I cannot concentrate when people are going so fast, either in lab or like there's like a coding class I'm taking. It's called data science, and a lot of people are like coding really fast, and I'm like a person who like likes to take my time, likes to learn like the different codes and I don't know, sometimes I feel very stressed out when when it is a competitive environment, but I can tell that my school is trying to like get rid of that and help people to like do more collaboration and stuff like that. And I think part of it is like you also need to like help it out, like you need to also collaborate with other people so it doesn't feel like it's a competitive environment. So yes, I feel like it's a lot about your perspective and how you act upon it. So
yeah. I've never really felt competitive like at COM. I've never felt like anyone's trying to compete. Like a lot of my classes have like older people.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, never mind. I was about to say that, but I meant like older people. And I don't feel like like a lot of them like, oh, they know like so much more than me, but I see that as an opportunity to talk to them so they can like give me more information. Like if sometimes like I have this one teacher, she's not a bad teacher or anything, but I don't like how she lets people talk over her like a lot, and a lot of time you can't even hear what she's saying. And I want her to be more strict about it. Like she's like way too nice. Like I like that she's nice, but way too nice. Like there's a point where like she needs to be like, everyone just shut your mouth, because of an assignment. Like I didn't hear what she said for this assignment, and I got like a bad grade on it. And I was trying to explain to her like I did not hear her at all, and also on the document it didn't say to do that. And I read it over, and then she was like, well, I said it like multiple times. I'm like, girl, I couldn't hear you. And I sit like, sometimes I'd be late and then there wouldn't really be any spots, and I'd sit in the back. So I feel like, yeah, that's my one thing. Sorry.
I
want to tell her that.
No, you should let her know. Maybe she doesn't know, or maybe I don't know, maybe she needs a little push so that she knows like, okay, I should be a little hard on you guys. But yeah, it's just your perspective at the end of the day, and how you act upon it, like I said before. But yeah, do you feel like you're learning every day? Like,
yeah.
Yes. I feel like maybe not. Like, if I had time to think about my day, maybe I would say yes, I learn everything. I've learned new things, but like about my day, like I don't really like think about like, oh, what did I learn? Because like there's a lot of stuff going on in my day.
I always think about what I learned, like, really, even like little things, like an example, like, oh, on my computer, like I find something new on this, or like an easier way to do something, an easier way to do an assignment. Like I feel like that's a new learning way. Yeah, in my perspective.
No, I'm sure. I like. For me, I learn new things every day. It's just that I don't see it. Like I don't I don't think about it unless like I'm preparing for a quiz or something. And like I'm like, yes, I'm quizzing myself when I'm like in my studying session. But like I don't really think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't ask myself, what did I learn today? You know what I'm saying? But yes, and yeah. Have you made any friends in your school?
Dude, that's the thing about no. I feel like I'm not really a socializing. Like I'm
really. What? Like you're literally talking to a radio.
People think like I'm so social, and like yes, I am social, but not really. Like I have no friends in any of my classes. Like really? Probably like my class, like the only class probably is my group project. Like I have a financial class, and like it's a group project, the entire class. So like I have to talk with them, but like they're not like friends. Like we only talk about like the freaking project. And I don't know what it is, but I kind of just suck at making friends.
No, like for me, sometimes I am not social, and it just depends on my energy, my mood. But I do like making new friends in Berkeley because like everyone has like different perspectives. They come from different places, and it's so cool to hear about them. So like obviously I'm gonna take this opportunity to like talk to them and stuff like that. So when I come to school, I actually like, if I have no friends, I have friends. Well, last semester, my first year, I literally made friends in every classroom because like they're just so cool.
I can't relate.
I know my sister can't relate too. It's like, maybe it's just me, but I literally get out of my comfort zone and ask them, what's your name? And then I ask their major, and then I ask more about what like what's their favorite hobbies and stuff like that, so I can see like more about them. And it's really cool to meet all these type of people with different perspectives. And I personally enjoy making new friends because it's more fun learning, because I feel more comfortable asking them questions if I get confused, because like it's a big like I take big classes. It's like discussion ranges from 25 people, but like lecture it's like 200 to 600 people. And in my data science, it's funny. My data science is more than like 1.8K. It's like a lot.
Wait,
so much.
You go in person?
There was actually a TikTok about it. It's so funny.
You were in it?
No, but it's so funny because the professor literally commented on the TikTok. The professor itself. It's so funny, but it even went viral. And it like the maximum seats in data science class is 700, but since it's over 1.8K, there's more students. It was packed in the first day. So, but they do offer online.
Did they not like have a limit on people joining?
They did send an email. They did send an email saying
people just like came just in case there's a spot.
No, it's so they first started with like they have a set time for online, like in-person lecture. They also offer online lecture, and then they also offer, I think only these past 2 weeks, they offered an alternative time, like later at night at 8 p.m. to come in and get the lecture there. But I assumed a lot of people wanted to be at that time where they were scheduled, so that's why there was a lot of people. But yeah, but it went down. It's going down, like the amount of people going in around that certain time where there was packed and no seats. But yeah, it was really funny. But going back to what I was trying to say, it's a really big class. So because I'm able to make friends, it's easier for me to ask questions about the lecture because it's just one teacher and there's like 400 students. We have GSIs too, which is nice for discussion, but it's fun to ask questions to your friends, and if they don't understand it, then it makes you more confident to ask your GSI or go to office hours because you're not the only one, struggling, which is really nice. So yeah, I encourage you guys to make friends. And I think you've touched a little bit, but do you have social anxiety when you come and talk to people, or what?
I don't even know.
No, you don't know.
I don't know.
You haven't been diagnosed.
Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't been diagnosed.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see you don't.
I was gonna say maybe, but
I don't think so.
No, I sometimes do get social anxiety, but I literally have to put myself out there. It's crazy, but people don't see this, but I literally before I go into a social event or something, I take a few seconds to get myself together to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I'm in the car and I have to get out, I will take some seconds to be ready to talk to people. Cause sometimes I prefer going home and staying home and just relax. And have you heard about the social battery? Yeah. I feel like that kind of relates to me. Like, I have to have a certain battery, and if it's low, I'm not going to talk that much. So,
that's me. I never have my social battery's always low.
That's funny.
No, like, seriously. I feel like, no, for me, it's not like, I don't want to be social. That's the thing. Like, I choose not to be. Like, I rather not make friends. I mean, it's a good thing, but I mean, it's a good thing to make friends, but I just don't want to have friends because for me, I'm just not that person.
Yeah, no, when I was younger, I was more shy, and I did not I wanted to make friends, but I was too nervous to like even ask them their name. And so I really hated when I was younger, I really hated like when I did not have friends and they asked me to be in a group. Did you hate that? Like to like find a group or find a friend to be your partner? And for me personally, I was like too nervous because I didn't know anyone. So like that's what I kind of hate. What I hated about. But now I'm chill because like I'm willing to like make new friends. You know,
I'd be that one kid that like the teacher would have to find me a partner.
Right, exactly. Like that was me, but like now I'm the one like looking around like who wants to be my partner, you know? But yeah, I don't know, you just find new people, and it can change your life if you meet like a friend, you know, from a classroom and stuff like that. So yeah, and another thing about school is that teachers do give you feedback, right? Are you taking any English classes?
I'm not taking any general education classes this year.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. But like when you have let's say a class, like an English class, and they give you constructive feedback, how do you react to it? How do you take it when they say this is horrible? And you know,
on my other classes, I still get feedback on Canvas by the teachers. It depends. Like sometimes, like if I feel like I did so good on the assignment and then I get a bad feedback, I'm like, damn. And like for a moment it like gets to me, and then I look at it and I'm like to see if like they're also right, because teachers can make mistakes too. And I try to like look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, I understand now. And then I'm like, and then it makes me just so that in the future I like look at whatever section I missed, like just look at it better. So I guess like take it good but like not so good.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I would say the same thing. When I get constructive feedback, I kind of get disappointed because like my teachers are harsh graders. So I look at the feedback and then I take like a day to like see it, digest it, and then I come with a positive attitude, and I come with questions, and I go to office hours and ask, and because at the end of the day, like constructive feedback will help you with your homework, and it can make you improve with your English skills or whatever you're getting constructive feedback on your class. So think of it of it as a positive way, and just know you're doing better because you got that constructive feedback and you made changes to it. So yeah. And then one question is, how do you manage school and work? You have 3 internships, right?
Yeah. I'm doing like a lot of programs. Yeah. I do this Tay Radio.
Right.
I do the Marin Office of Equity internship. I'm doing Marin Against Youth Abuse internship, and I'm a Marin County Youth Commissioner, and
I'm not kidding.
And then I have this other thing. I forgot the name. And then I'm doing this other internship, and I haven't gotten it yet. Like I'm supposed to know about it like by next week. I haven't gotten it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it. I really hope so. And then that would be like a 4th internship. I had another one. I totally forgot about it. It's because it just started, the 3rd one. So I kind of forgot about it, to be honest.
Yeah. So how do you manage all this?
I would say plan it. You taught me about planning, and I've been wanting to do that. But she does it from online. I'm not a computer person. I like everything printed on paper. That's me. If you're like me, I would say what I do is I have this planner. There's like an athletic planner that COM gave me, and I don't know if it's like available to like every student, but I have one of those, and and it's like every hour, every 30 minutes of the day. And then I just planned out like what a typical week is going to look like for me. And then I highlight like one color is like all classes, another color is like internships, another color is like me time. So I make sure I put like spots into where I can either eat, study, or just like have my own time. And so I'd say do planners. I feel like that's really good. And then I don't even know. I'd be stressed sometimes.
Yeah, it can be stressful if you have a lot going on, but I do recommend doing some planning, and make sure you have time for lunch and that's time to cook or whatever you need to do. And yeah, but we do have a few seconds before we end the show, and I'm kind of disappointed, you guys. Like,
we had actually a lot left. Not gonna lie.
We had a lot, but we felt like it was important to talk about.
That was like 20 questions.
Sarah felt we had to talk about the case, but
yeah, that's also very important. We're gonna talk about the rest maybe in a different show.
Yeah, but we did not see any comments, unfortunately, about your summer. But if you do watch it, and it's not live, make sure to make some comments, and we'll be looking out for sure. So that's all for today, and thank you guys for watching, and we appreciate you guys, and we love to hear about your perspectives, and we hope this show was fun and informative, but also serious, because there's a lot of stuff that youth need to be doing. So